There's some even bigger updates for everything Bloodline related, so we'll see what's new there. We'll also check out what's going on with Rey Mysterio, Bianca Belair, and more. Let's start things off with Rey Mysterio's situation and storyline because it definitely has some fans talking. So a few weeks ago, LWO members Rey Mysterio and Santos Escobar were set to finally meet in a friendly battle to determine the new #1 contender for the United States title. However, the match never saw a clean finish due to Rey Mysterio's legitimate whiplash injury that he suffered near the closing moments of the match. So Santos Escobar was declared the winner of the match and new #1 contender. Then reports claimed that Santos was supposed to win the match and pin Rey Mysterio clean either way. So Rey's injury didn't affect the planned outcome for the match. But like we just saw on the August 11th edition of Smackdown, Santos Escobar is unable to compete for the United States title at the last second due to Austin Theory's backstage attack on him. So not letting Theory off the hook that easy, Rey Mysterio steps up to fill in for Santos Escobar and actually ends up winning the United States title himself. So knowing that Santos was always set to win the #1 contenders match, and now we get this big twist of Rey winning the title during a fill-in, it has fans wondering if this has truly been the plan all along for the story. For Austin Theory, it's the end of his pretty lengthy United States title that featured several big wins over superstars as big as John Cena. But like fans noticed and pointed out, something about this title reign was no longer clicking, and it looks like they decided to move on from him as United States champion. But for the LWO and the future of the United States title, this could be the start of a very interesting dynamic. Santos Escobar thinks very highly of Rey Mysterio, respects Rey for being the legend that he is for the industry, and giving him the honor of being a part of the revival version of LWO. But you just know, despite all that, Santos Escobar just has to be feeling a bit jealous and annoyed by how the night's events unfolded. He walks in expecting to take part in a United States title match and try to win his first big title on the main roster. But by the end of the night, he's raising Rey's hands with the United States title that should have been his. So Santos can fake the smile and be happy for Rey, but you just know that on some level, he has to be quietly jealous and annoyed. But Rey's injury does make the overall story even more interesting because Santos technically never defeated Rey Mysterio in the middle of the ring to earn that title match due to the injury. So Santos can't even claim that he earned that title match because he did win only because of the injury. So that entire aspect does make things interesting. It may not be anytime soon, but it looks like seeds have definitely been planted there for Santos Escobar to have some serious issues with Rey Mysterio for the United States title victory. And if Santos and Rey eventually get into it, it does make you wonder if the entire LWO will have a fallout once their two biggest members are no longer on the same page with each other. So big things could be coming for the United States title. A superstar that fans are starting to keep a very close eye on is Bianca Belair. Bianca hasn't been seen at all on WWE programming since the night of SummerSlam, which was obviously a night full of ups and downs for her. She suffered a storyline knee injury in the match, was able to somehow win back that title that was stolen back from her in May, but ended up losing that title in 95 seconds due to Io's cash-in. So the fact that Bianca Belair hasn't been seen at all since that night has really piqued the interest of fans and has them wondering if Bianca's character transition could be coming up here in the immediate future. Everything that has just been happening to Bianca over the last few months just feels like it's pushing her to the edge. Bianca's misfortune started at Night of Champions back in May, where Asuka cheated and stole the women's title to put a sudden end to Bianca's 420-day title reign. And from that point on, Bianca hasn't been able to catch a break at all. Charlotte then returned to cut the line and prevent Bianca Belair from getting a one-on-one rematch with Asuka, and that was a big dilemma there for a while. And now, of course, you have the recent events of SummerSlam. So Bianca may be missing in action right now, but we can only assume that Bianca will be extremely heated when she does return and appear. She never got her one-on-one rematch with Asuka, and now Bianca is technically owed another rematch because even if it was for a few moments, she was still the defending champion at SummerSlam. So, even without the title in her hands, Bianca appears to be having a lot going on right now for her future story and direction. Let's get into some big new updates for the Bloodline story and the entire situation following Jey quitting WWE. It's been reported for the first time in a very long time, Smackdown could have an entire episode without featuring a single Bloodline member. The rumor is that the August 18th edition of Smackdown won't feature Roman Reigns, the Usos, Paul Heyman, nor Solo Sikoa. Reports claim that unless WWE pre-records a segment for the story, then there may be no progression at all for their story. Obviously, the biggest situation right now within the Bloodlines universe is Jey Uso no longer being affiliated with WWE within the storyline. WWE has even gone the extra step of moving Jey's profile to the alumni section of their official website. So they're going all the way in with the idea that Jey is no longer signed with them. And there's some great fan theories out there for how WWE could really make the entire storyline with Jey even more interesting and insane with some extra effort. Fans have suggested the idea for Jey Uso to even make some appearances in other wrestling organizations, such as Impact Wrestling, since he is a free agent now that's not signed to WWE. Impact Wrestling and WWE announced a partnership and collaboration a few years ago, but the only thing we really got out of that collaboration was a Mickie James Royal Rumble appearance and nothing else. So, what if that collaboration gets brought back up for Jey to even make a single appearance for Impact, just to further sell the story that he's a free agent and he's truly leaving WWE in the past? Impact Wrestling is also the home of Jey's sister-in-law, Trinity, formerly Naomi in WWE. So, how insane would it be to see Jey talking to Trinity about Jimmy and the entire situation on Impact Wrestling television? It's definitely way out there as a fan theory and most likely has a very low chance of actually taking place, but it's something that the fans have been discussing, and it does sound like the perfect collaboration segment to see between WWE and Impact Wrestling. As far as the actual length of Jey Uso's storyline absence, no one appears to know just how long it will last. There's some rumors that Jey was previously being advertised for Survivor Series, so that may be a sign that he'll be back sometime long before that event. But with the Bloodline story taking a little break, that does free up lots of time on SmackDown for other storylines and feuds. So we'll have to see how WWE plans on using all that freed up time and space on the SmackDown card. But what are your thoughts on today's stories? Leave your comments below. Don't forget to subscribe with all notifications on, and leave a like if you enjoyed. Thanks for watching, guys.